Since I relocated to the UK, I bought several cars of different make and models. Audi A3, Renault Megane, Vauxhall Insignia, Skoda Fabia, BMW 3 Series, Audi A5, Mercedes-Benz E-Class. And it's not because I'm some rich guy. Buying a car in the UK can be as easy as walking into a store to buy a pint of milk. But that is where the problem is, because some bad people can take advantage of your ignorance, if you have ignorance, and scam you of your hard-earned pounds. So, if you are thinking of buying a car in the UK, whether it's your first or one of many, maybe you have to watch this video from a guy who has bought several cars from an unregulated site, and by the grace of God has never been scammed. So the first thing you should probably know is that if you want to be on the safer side, it is better to buy your car from a regulated site and from a company incorporated in the UK. In the UK, an example of a regulated site that you may want to consider is Auto Trader. So, how will you know that Auto Trader is regulated? Okay, so I'm here on the Auto Trader website, and if we scroll down to the bottom, we can see here Copyright Auto Trader Limited 2024. Auto Trader Limited is authorized and regulated by the Financial Conduct Authority (FCA) in relation to consumer credit and insurance mediation activities. Our FCA firm reference number is 735711. Auto Trader Limited is a credit broker and not a lender, blah blah blah. So here Auto Trader have stated that they are regulated by the FCA, which is the regulatory body in the UK for anybody, any company, any institution that offers financial products or services to consumers needs to be regulated by the FCA. So banks, insurance, credit bureaus, and a company like Auto Trader that offers auto loans to consumers. So this is one indication that makes you confident that Auto Trader is being regulated, so all their activities are being regulated. They need to report to the FCA and all of that. So what does it tell you? They will not allow any fraudulent company or individual to come sell cars on their website. So at least this will give you some confidence that if you buy a car from this website, all things being equal, you are going to be safe. And they've got their FCA number. If you want to verify with the FCA, you can call them and verify with them. So yeah, that is how you get to know if a company is regulated. So there you have it. Since Auto Trader is regulated, they will not allow any fraudulent vendor to list on the site. So you can have that confidence that if you buy a car from there, it will be good. Now, Auto Trader is regulated by the FCA because it provides finance to customers who want to buy from their site. But what about companies that sell cars but do not provide finance? How will you know they are regulated? Well, in the UK, every trading company needs to be registered with the company's house. So you can look up the company on the government website to see if they are actively trading. Alright, so I'm here on the government website and I want to find out whether a company that I want to buy a car from is incorporated in the UK. That is, if they are found in the company's house directory. So I'll go ahead and type company's house. Then click on that and it's going to send me here. So I'll click on find company information, start now, Then let's say we want to buy a car from Auto Trader. So I put in Auto Trader, click enter, and there you have it. Okay, so we've got Auto Trader Broker Limited, Auto Trader 1 Limited here. So if you click on it, you'll get more information about the company, overview of the company, the filing history, whether it is still actively trading, you know, and the people who are governing the company, the directors of the company, and more other information. Okay, let's try another company. So I'm going to put in we buy any car. Okay, so there we have it. We buy any car, which is another auto company in the UK. So the same thing, you can find all the information that you want, where it was incorporated, the registered office address, the filing history, the people who are governing, the company, the directors, and all the important people in the company, that if something happens, you can call them, because when you sue the company, these are the people who are going to stand and represent the company. So are there any charges against the company? Yeah, all of that is there. So here, we buy any car limited, it's got 10 charges. Yeah, so if you want to check that, why they were charged and all of that. Yeah, so you can see that the company house gives you a lot of information that can help you to know whether the company that you are dealing with is going to help you or not. Yeah, so yeah, that is it. Company's house, definitely check it out before you deal with any company. Thank you. But it's not enough evidence even if the company shows up in the company's house directory. A company can be a fraud, but will still be actively trading. So you have to do further digging. Online reviews is one of the best ways of doing this. So in terms of online reviews, in the UK, Trustpilot is one of the most trusted sites to check companies' online reviews. So we're going to go to Trustpilot. Then you've got all kinds of companies, banks, jewelry shop, pet shop, travel insurance, blah, blah, blah. So we are interested in car dealer. So we can click on car dealer. And when you come here, if you've got a company in mind, of course, you can search from here. You can put in a company name, or you can just go to car dealer. Okay, so we've got a lot of cars dealers here, and so there's this car dealer who buys your problem cars, and he's got a very good trust score of 5.0. Then Alexander's Prestige. We actually want one that sells cars. So let's check Alexander's Prestige and see. Okay, yeah. So it looks like 98% says that if you buy a car from Alexander's Prestige, you are going to get good value for your money. So he's got 1,245 reviews. So it's important you also check the number of reviews, because it needs to be quite a huge number so that it can be a good representation of the population of people who have been buying cars in the UK, so that you will be confident that these reviews are representative of, a good representation of the consumers who have been buying car in the UK. Okay, yeah. So yeah, Trustpilot is great. You can read some of these reviews, but one of the things I tend to do though is to check the very low reviews and see why people gave them those reviews. So I'm going to look at the 1-star review, which is just 1%, which is very good. If no matter who you are as a company, there will definitely be somebody who will not be happy with it, one thing or the other. So this guy said this company can rip you off. I purchased a Range Rover in February 2022 from this garage and the service was great. However, when I asked to sell it back to them, they were not interested, offering a price at 5% lower than purchase. They offered a price which was at least £5,000 lower than all the other potentials. And one of the things you can check to see that the company is really legit and genuine and not there to scam people deliberately is their response. Okay, yeah, and in fact on Trustpilot is one of the things you should do anyway. You need to respond to any allegations raised against you. So somebody from Alexander's Prestige company responded. It says, "Dear Mr. Milligan, thank you for your review. The price offered to you was in line with the current market value and prices have changed significantly." Yeah, so they've offered a reason, they've apologized, and they said, yeah, your feedback is important to us. So that is professionalism. So you can see that I mean, if I'm looking at this, I would say that it doesn't look like they're a company that will rip off. They just offered, you know, the price at the market value, and cars keep depreciating. So maybe at that time the value of the car wasn't what Mr. Milligan was expecting. That's why he feels that he has been ripped off. And there is another one there, but you can see a couple of you know, bad reviews, but it's just 1% of all the reviews. They've got 90% 5-star reviews. So at least it gives you the confidence that they are a great company, and if you buy a car from them, you are likely not to be scammed or to be ripped off, as somebody said. Yeah, so that is how you check or you verify if a company will be good for you. Thank you. Now, all of these regulated sites are brilliant, and I would strongly recommend that is where you buy your car. But if you are like me, when I wanted to buy my first car, I had only £500. So getting a car from, say, Auto Trader was going to be hard. So where did I turn to? Facebook Marketplace. Facebook Marketplace is not regulated, meaning Meta that do not verify the vendor. In fact, anyone can take the pictures of someone's car and upload there and claim to be the owner selling that car. So you can imagine it's a hot spot for scammers. But I bought all my cars from there, and it's because of one thing I did: due diligence. Let me show you how. Alright, so I'm here on Facebook Marketplace. I'm using incognito, so not my real Facebook account. So let's say, you know, I want to buy this BMW. So I'm going to click on it, and yeah, you can see that the seller has put some pictures to show that is the car. I mean, if it is true that these are the pictures of the car, then you can see that it's a very beautiful car. It's well kept. But again, as I said, people can put up very nice things, and in reality it might not be so. Yeah, but if these pictures are true, then yeah, it is a very well kept car. In fact, when you are listing stuff on Facebook Marketplace, it does tell you that make sure that you list all the defects of the thing, so that the potential buyer will know. But some people don't list it anyway. But I'm not saying that this seller has got some defects that he didn't list. I'm just giving it a general you know, instance of things that do happen here. So here you can see the seller's description of the car: pristine condition inside and out, beautiful drive, very low mileage, blah blah blah. Yeah, and it was listed 34 minutes ago, so you can see that this is a very new listing. Okay, so after you've checked the you know, the picture, some will add even a video and you've read the seller's description, if you want it, or if you can message the seller, or you can save it and keep shopping around. Okay, so you click on message. Now it is asking me to log in before I can send the message. Obviously I'm not going to do that because I'm using incognito, so I'm not going to do that. But when you click on message, it will send you to the DM of the seller. Then it will give you options. One of the options that it will give you is to send the automated message, is this available? Or you can send your own custom message. Now, when you are sending to the DM of the seller, the next thing you should do is to click on the profile of the seller. What I've realized is that if you click on the profile of the seller and the person has not been on Facebook for some time and doesn't have a lot of connections, friends, and all of that, be careful. It might just be a fake profile. And one of the things you look out for is whether the seller has sold some cars in the past to people. It is also one indication to show how genuine, the seller can be. Okay? Right. Now, you have to also do some checks on the car. So, we've got the reg number here. So, you can go to this website. It's called, I'm going to bring this website here. It's called Free Car Check. So the reg is GY66NZV. We're going to put it here. I've already put it there. So G166NZV. Then you've got some basic information about the car. So it's telling you that it has been taxed. It's left with 262 days for it to run out. The MOT, Ministry of Transport's regulation that cars in the UK needs to undergo inspection checks. It's also been done, and it tells you that it's ULEZ compliant, ultra low emission zone in London. It's compliant with it, and it's got very good MOT history. Actually, it's done 5 tests and it's passed all the tests. There's no failure. So all of this information will give you an indication of how good the car can be. Yeah, so this looks like a brilliant car based on the information here. And one of the things that can let you know that what you are going to buy is good is that this information here should corroborate with what is on the seller's description. Okay, for example, if the seller says that it is automatic car and you check here and it says that it's manual, that is a red flag. So all of these things you should check it. Yeah, so just digging around, being curious, asking the seller questions. If you ask questions about the car, why the person is selling the car and all of that, some people will get angry. They think you're a time waster. That is a red flag for me. I'm not going to waste my time with you if you can't be patient and answer my questions. Yeah, so all of these things you need to bear in mind. As part of the due diligence, one thing you might want to do is to sign up for a pre-purchase inspection of your vehicle. That is what I did when I was buying my Mercedes-Benz. Okay, so for my pre-purchase vehicle inspection, I use Click Mechanic. So I can only speak for them. I don't know of the others. There are a couple of, other companies that does these things. But for Click Mechanic, they are just a platform that allows professional mechanics to list their services on the platform. So if you want car repairs or servicing, Click Mechanics does that. They have not sponsored this video, so please, I'm not saying all of this out of interest because they are sponsoring my video. No, but the guy that they gave me did a fantastic job. So I thought that as a way of saying thank you for giving me such a fantastic mechanic, I should talk about them, so that if you are looking for a purchase car service, then you can probably check out Click Mechanic. So I'm going to show you the job that they did for my pre-purchase services that I paid for. So I'm going to go to my dashboard, and yeah, you can see the report here. So your bookings, let's click on the inspection report. So I paid £161.50, so it's not a joke, but it was a good investment. Yeah, so you can see that the guy that is Azar Mahmood. If you want to use Click Mechanic, I will highly recommend this guy for you. He's brilliant. He did a good job. He did it on the 15th of December 2022. People change, but if he has not changed, then I will highly recommend him for you. If he's still brilliant, then I can assure you he will do a good job. He will tell you everything, because when he did this, he called me. The owner was there. He didn't hide anything. Even when the owner was there, he told me his concerns about the car, which were not serious anyway, in front of the owner, and that was good. So he checked the interior compartments, he checked the electrical controls, and he did some road tests, checked a lot of things when he was doing the road test. Engine compartment, wheels and tires, body exterior, front suspension, brakes and steering, rear suspension and brakes, brake hydraulics, clutch and transmission, underside condition, fuel system, exhaust system. And he added some photos showing me those things I should be concerned about and those things that needs highlighting. And yeah, it was brilliant. So these were not really serious issues. There were no mechanical issues. That was really my concern, because this is Mercedes-Benz. If you are buying a car like that and it's got mechanical issues, you are technically you are just buying a liability, so I was really concerned about it, and he put my fears, he allayed my fears. Yeah, so I would definitely recommend that you do this, especially if you are buying a vehicle worth about £5,000 and you want to be very sure that you are buying a good vehicle. Do a pre-purchase inspection, and I believe you are going to be happy you did. So I'm going to put in the description a referral link from these people from Click Mechanic. Now this referral link is not going to give me any money if you use it, but the only thing it's going to give me is that if I decide to use their service again in the future, which I'm not going to buy any car soon, so I'm not sure when I'm even going to use it, but if I decide to use their service again in the future, they are going to give me 10% off. So if I'm paying £200, they are going to give me 10% off. That is all. And you are going to get 10% off. So I believe it's a 50-50 win for all of us. So yeah, if you want to use the link to get your 10% off, go ahead and use it. Otherwise, just go to Google and put in vehicle pre-purchase inspection, and other companies will come up, and you can choose any company that you want to work with. But by all means, do it if you are buying a car of such value. All right, thank you very much. I really hope these tips will help you to make a good decision when purchasing your first vehicle and even subsequent ones. If you are watching and you've got some good tips to share with the community, why don't you leave it in the comment section? Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.